Hello, my Channel Mammals and all my strangers. We're here a little bit early for church tonight, so I was hoping that you could hear me well enough if I'm quiet to read a section of this week's lesson. It's Wednesday evening, and I wanted to be sure to get it off to you before the end of Wednesday. This week's lesson is called Probation After Death, and I'm going to read the Bible sections from number 1 and 2. There are lots more to read, and there's so much to see in this lesson, but we'll just read those 2 bits. Okay, from the Bible, and in Psalms, it says, "Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths. Lead me in thy truth, and teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. The Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy mercy, O Lord, endureth forever." 1 Corinthians. "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory." From Proverbs, "In the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death." And then from Science and Health, with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy, it says, "Life is deathless. Life is the origin and ultimate of man, never attainable through death, but gained by walking in the pathway of truth, both before and after that which is called death. Mortals need not fancy that belief in the experience of death will awaken them to glorified being. Universal salvation rests on progression and probation, and is unattainable without them. Progress is born of experience. It is the ripening of scientific mortal man, through which the mortal is dropped for the immortal. Either here or hereafter, suffering or science must destroy all illusions regarding life and mind, and regenerate material sense and self. God requires perfection, but not until the battle between spirit and flesh is fought and the victory won. When we wait patiently on God and seek truth righteously, He directs our path. Imperfect mortals grasp the ultimate of spiritual perfection slowly, but to begin aright and to continue the strife of demonstrating the great problem of being is doing much. Emerge gently from matter to spirit. Think not to thwart the spiritual ultimate of all things, but come naturally into spirit through better health and morals, and as the result of spiritual growth, not death, but the understanding of life makes man immortal." That was the first section. I think I'll read this second section after church, so you have time to soak that up and sing the hymns and listen to the service if you like. We might as well enjoy that together here since we're in this beautiful quiet space. Well, thank you. I'll be right back with you soon. So after church, we often come and get pizza. Right off. Well, we're on the on the Staten Island ferry, and we just went by the Statue of Liberty. I'm so sorry, I tried to take a photo, but it was too dark. But she looks glowing and radiant. Anyway, we just passed her. There we are. Okay. Well, last night I tried to get the video of the Bible lesson to you within Wednesday, but it just did not want to happen. There were so many things going on every time I started. So I thought I'm going to wait till Thursday morning. And here we are in this beautiful morning light to do the second section of the Bible lesson. And as I said, this one has a story in it that's a very good example for all of us to enjoy. Section 2 from the Bible in Proverbs. It says, "There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death." 2 Samuel. There's a story here. And Absalom sent for Ahithophel, the Gileonite, David's counselor from his city, even from Gilgal, whilst he offered sacrifices. And one told David, saying, "Ahithophel is among the conspirators with Absalom." And David said, "O Lord, I pray thee, turn the counsel of Ahithophel into foolishness." Ahithophel said unto Absalom, "Let me now choose out 12,000 men, and I will arise and pursue after David this night. And I will come upon him whilst he is weary and weak-handed, and will make him afraid. And all the people that are with him shall flee, and I will smite the king only." Then said Absalom, "Call now Hushai the Archite also, and let us hear likewise what he saith." And Hushai said unto Absalom, "The counsel that Ahithophel hath given is not good at this time." And Absalom and all the men of Israel said, "The counsel of Hushai the Archite is better than the counsel of Ahithophel." And when Ahithophel saw that his counsel was not followed, he saddled his ass and arose and gat him home to his house, to his city, and put his house in order, and hanged himself, and died, and was buried in the sepulchre of his father. Ezekiel, "Cast away from you all your transgressions, whereby ye have transgressed, and make ye a new heart and a new spirit. For I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth, saith the Lord God. Wherefore turn yourselves and live ye." Proverbs, "Wait on the Lord, and he shall save thee." In Science and Health it says, "Death is not a stepping stone to life, immortality, and bliss. If the principle, rule, and demonstration of man's being are not in the least understood before what is termed death overtakes mortals, they will rise no higher spiritually in the scale of existence on account of that single experience, but will remain as material as before the transition, still seeking happiness through a material instead of through a spiritual sense of life, and from selfish and inferior motives. If the change called death, if the change called death destroyed the belief in sin, sickness, and death, happiness would be won at the moment of dissolution and be forever permanent. But this is not so. Perfection is gained only by perfection. They who are unrighteous shall be unrighteous still, until in divine science Christ, truth, removes all ignorance and sin. The sin and error which possess us at the instant of death do not cease at that moment, but endure until the death of those errors. To be wholly spiritual, man must be sinless, and he must become thus only when he reaches perfection. The murderer, though slain in the act, does not thereby forsake sin. He is no more spiritual in believing that his body died and learning that his cruel mind died not. His thoughts are no purer until evil is disarmed by good. As death findeth mortal man, so shall he be after death, until probation and growth shall effect the needed change. The purpose and motive to live aright can be gained now. This point 1, you have started as you should. You have begun at the numeration table of Christian Science, and nothing but wrong intention can hinder your advancement. Working and praying with true motives, your Father will open the way. Well, thank you. That was really fun to be with you and to read such substance together. And you can get the rest of the message of this week's Bible lesson by going into the description and hitting on probation after death, which is the name of that this week's lesson. And you can study the whole lesson in your own quietude. Well, it was so great to be with you, and also to share this little pair of boots with you. I couldn't think what to do with these roses that some men gave us the other day, and all of a sudden I remembered that I had a pair of rubber boots, and I thought, oh, well, they can be like a vase. So here it is. So we got to read by the rubber boot vase. Bye-bye.